Hey, it's that time of the day again. Time for us to get into entertainment, all the gossip, all the juice, spread here. Well buttered on Grapevine 981.
Ah, well buttered Valentine.
Yes, I had butter and bread yesterday, bread and butter.
Okay, it's in your mind.
I just remember that.
Good
Give
job.
me a good feeling. Thank you.
Good job. Good job. Welcome, Lagos. If you're listening for the first time, you are tuned in and listening to Smooth Breakfast on Smooth 98.1. As my well-buttered friend here said, it is time for the Grapevines, where we do all or talk about all things entertainment. And joining us in the studio, as per usual, we have James Silas.
Yeah.
Wow, James, your energy is much, but we like it. Welcome. Is it your dance vibe that gave you guys? Go on James's Instagram.
Stop it,
you need to just see the
inside
moves.
jokes. Stop it.
Okay, half shaku or quarter shaku.
But you don't even have a seat.
Everything is just I don't know what this one is called, but it was there. This abroad moves.
Yes, nobody.
You're an international guy.
As you know me now.
It's great. We also have a very special guest in the studio. We debuted a song of his last week Thursday, and we dragged him in this week Tuesday to talk to us. You can find him up online as L C Gomba. You'll find his music there. Lyrical Chef, how you doing? Welcome.
I'm great, thank you. Good morning, everybody.
Good to have you, man.
Good morning, welcome. Lagos, you need to catch our live stream right now because he's dressed appropriately for the studio weather. Because
whoa, you know.
But it's great to have you here. So I'm gonna let the good people of Lagos and the rest of the world who are listening, because we are streaming live, not just on YouTube but also our app. So make sure you download the Smooth FM Lagos app so you can listen wherever you are in the world. I want to introduce him to this second song. So we are playing a different song than we did last week. We'll play a bit of this, see what people's feedback is, and guys, don't forget to send us messages on our WhatsApp number 0809 4440981. You can also tweet at us, just tag at smooth981fm or use the tag grapevine981. Without further ado, here's this one called Dada, because there are two Dada in the studio.
I want retired Dada.
He's not there again. Don't hide yourself.
He's retired.
You have got it. You have lost the power. So sorry, Samson. So his name is L C Gomba. This song is called Dada. It's brand new on the Grapevine.
Blaze up the fire, this is one lyrical chef and this long time in another play. Hear me now? Happiness.
I'm so sprung that they call and text. They got me texting hugs and pecks. I've been craving for your presence. Baby, let me come over with some roses and kiss. There's no wrong in a being complex. Started as friends with the hugs and pecks. Now you.
In fact, I was quite disappointed that you didn't show up last week. But you know, and then when I now heard you're gonna come in this morning, I said, okay, great stuff. You know, what I always do when I hear something new, girls, first of all, the question was, why is this guy being? Why am I just hearing, about this guy? And I went in on some of your songs, on your SoundCloud, and heard more, and then, said, wow. So, what your vibe for this particular one that we're talking about today? The vibe gives me that whole Jesse Jack feel, that Jesse Jack feel, that energy, and but I also like the fact that I still sense your own identity in your music, So it's interesting that we have so many talents in this country, but I mean, thankfully, radio is making us and find or discover them. People have never heard of Fudunsi, and somehow, some way. Wow. And when you now realize, you just feel like, wow, this guy is so talented. And there are so many of you like this, So shout out to you. I mean, I love this song. I vibe to it. I kept playing, came back to back like that. I listened to the two songs we were supposed to talk about last week already, and then this one was supposed to be part of it. I was saying, okay, let's do this one too. Interesting. You just saw it on this again. So I mean, dope.
Actually, I felt it was shy.
We did play that last week. I really like Shine Your Lights. I did. But I got questions for you, Lyrical Chef. Tell us, who are you? Where did you show up from?
Where have you been?
Where have you
PH, South.
Look at
you, brother.
Just being on the ground, working, doing what I can do with the best I can, Actually, these promotions in Nigeria, everybody's looking for someone that has something set up already. Have to start from the scratch and things. So that's where we are. We are from the scratch, and by the grace of God, we are getting there.
Okay, I'm glad you transcribed that first part.
No, I like the way you see. I like the way you know, I didn't expect it.
Yeah,
It just,
it
I
just flowed
would like
into
to
it.
ask you. I said, yo, you see, you're not even like these guys that do
I'm
come here
glad
and say, you know what I mean? Me at your seat,
I understand.
you know.
Yeah.
But he just
He considered lowly
It was
like
pidgin.
us.
I said, that sounds
yeah.
like. Can you say that again? I want to learn it.
Wow, I can't
We'll
remember.
just be nodding.
You said
it's
something,
okay.
and now you don't remember it.
No, it's just I was just flowing normally, you know. If you speak Patois, I can go all day, you know. But
Calm down.
This is Dominican language.
You know,
I know.
Please, if you should not break yourself.
Man is thinking what to say. You just said, you know what I'm saying? He's not thinking. Don't try it.
Just calm down. Everyone calm
I
down.
cramped something.
But I have to say, I'm getting the vibe like a PH is the new Joss, you know, like you guys are drinking
Same
something special. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to find out what's going on.
Cheers.
But Lagos, there's so much more to listen to. We are going to keep talking to Lyrical Chef. I definitely have a lot more questions about his musical direction, how he got into the reggae lifestyle and the patois lifestyle. But we will be getting it. Benedict S is straight in the message on WhatsApp. He's already getting the love out there.
Thank you so much.
Now, up next, here's somebody that I personally love. Oga Boss, get some respect on his name. Now, I don't know if this one is for everyone. This is a brand new song he's dropped. It's called 40-Foot Container. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see me trying to just of this particular track.
About the night bus. It's just, I mean, what I like the way he dropped. He got into Lagos by night bus, and then he tells a story. Illbliss never fails. James,
Yeah.
enough said. Before I start,
It's okay, being your feelings.
This is like the second collaboration with Olamide. The first one was WTF.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, so and there's always that. The thing about Illbliss, for me is Illbliss speaks English and sounds Igbo at the same time.
I love it. So
Which is what I like. That's very, very original.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So and the truth is, even if you didn't put anybody on this song, you still love it. There's this energy on the hook.
Yeah.
You just feel gingered, like there's hope, man.
Absolutely.
So he's really holding down for the Igbo people or his Igbo people, and every other tribe, whether you understand or you don't understand, you just sort of feel it. That there's something there for you to take home as well.
I like that you mentioned liking it whether or not Olamide is on it, because Olamide is far down in the song. So
Yes.
like you don't even I forgot. So until you mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, true. Oh, and I saw Badu the other day, dude. I love you. Like so much love for Olamide. Genuinely such a good energy, great spirit. I think when two of them come together on anything, it'll definitely be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it. I love it.
It's okay. Valentine is just
no.
so excited.
No, he can't get wrong because he stays consistent. Illbliss is original. Illbliss stays Illbliss, and people still try to copy him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Not the other way
like that
around.
it sounds futuristic. The song, the beat, everything about this is very nice.
True.
It's dope.
True.
Professional.
I like that. Look at that. Lyrical Chef in the building, ladies and gentlemen. So we've got to take a quick break. Coming up next, we'll take a quick break, then we'll delve into more entertainment gist, actually. So do stay with us. You are listening to the Grapevine on Smooth 98.1. Don't forget to send in those messages. Use the hashtag Grapevine981 on Twitter, but send in your messages to our WhatsApp number on 0809 444 0981.
Music to me is life and death. Music to me is breathing.
We'll talk about Gracie next on Thursday.
Water.
Okay.
We'll leave it
Tuesday,
to
right?
Thursday.
Yeah, I think so. Because we've already
Most important
passed the
kind of
first
expression
quarter,
is
so
self-expression.
let's give us time to get into these stories, isn't it?
Love music, love life. Smooth 98.1. What's a holiday in South Africa like?
Best thing ever. I'm just facing my fears, man.
This is the adrenalina time, you know?
I had so much fun there. Like
This town is the most beautiful town I've ever been to.
But definitely something you have to try, right?
Something I have to try, something I have to bring my friends down and give it a go. Welcome to South Africa, your own best non-black.
We can't wait for you to experience what we love most about our country. Go to southafrica.net to book your dream holiday today. Allow us to indulge you. South Africa, inspiring new ways.
Okay. Hurry up now. Just to get that little nice announcement.
Don't take that back from my new car. Okay, I'll pass
it. 0809.
You want Okada to scratch this my new car?
Mom,
you really need to calm down. If you want peace of mind, then insure your car with Insure Insurance. They give 15% discount to women, you know?
Hey.
Yes, and anyone who's 45 years and above, get the Insure Motor Insurance today. And all your motor claims are paid in full. No deductions. You also enjoy 50% cash back. No claims.
And then AMVC nomination list. I need to go watch your last full video. Dang. We're coming back in.
Yeah.
Studio.
Okay. Studio. If you just tuned in, you're listening to Smooth 98.1, and we're talking everything entertainment, all the gossip, and all the juicy gist here on the Grapevine.
Yes, indeed. Now in the studio with Valentine and myself. My name is Folu.
Yes.
We've got James Silas as per usual.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we've got L C Gomba, aka Lyrical Chef.
Yeah,
he's dropped a couple of great tracks, and you should check them out. We just debuted one this morning. It's called Dada. Last week we also listened to Shiny a Light, and I know a lot of people sort of tapped into that, the one that had the Egyptian feel.
Yes.
So you should definitely tap into it. You can find him on SoundCloud. So LC, let us know how did you get into music? How long have you been doing music, and why this musical path for you?
I've been doing music all my life, but professionally I've been doing music for 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as a rapper. I used to rap before. Yeah, that's where the lyric culture.
That's where the flow.
Yeah, but I had a purpose in singing. It gave me more purpose and drive. So that was how I, diverged into reggae dancehall and
But how did you find reggae? Because it's a very specific thing. Whenever I find a Nigerian act who are very much into reggae, I'm always like, it almost feels like a calling. How did this call to you, and why did you decide this is where you wanted to be?
It's quite deep. I've been listening to reggae all my life basically. Because my dad loved reggae. Like all the time we went to school, he played it, and like the Dobe, I'm talking Magic Fashion, all of them reggae people. So. And I realized it was the best way I could express my music, so I felt free doing that, and that, I just felt that was the purpose, man.
I like it.
Going very Bob Marley on us, right?
Let him be free, guys.
In my head, I'm just saying Irie. That's all I'm saying in my head.
Val, grow your hair back, because clearly you are having that.
Val doesn't know what you're saying. What you saying Irie for?
Okay, cool. Let's keep it moving though. Now, speaking of reasons to laugh and celebrate and rejoice, big shout out to DJ Neo, who has done it. He has completed his attempt to break and set a new Guinness World Record for the longest marathon club DJing. Guess how many hours it was before? It was 200 hours. This guy set out to do it for 336 hours. That is 14 days of non-stop DJing. I just got to take a moment and say big shout out to DJ Neo.
Shout out.
I can't last without like a full night of sleep. So I don't really know how this guy did 14 days, and I did pop by to see him. A number of amazing people who I popped by to see him. You should definitely check out his Instagram handle. You'll see a lot of videos up there. Cuppy was definitely there because he was on Cuppy during her Africa tour. That's actually how I met Neo, which is great. Babatunde Fowler, executive chairman of FIRS. That's kind of cool. So big shout out to him. I love when I see people trying to accomplish great things and they succeed. I think that's a beautiful thing. And all the support. Big shout out to all the supporters. So if you know someone trying to accomplish anything in their life, however you can support, just
shine a light.
Shine it.
Okay, Val.
Thank you.
Speaking of shining the lights, let's shine a spotlight on this. Tekno is set to drop a song with Danfo drivers. So you guys remember there was that slight bit of drama.
We saw it coming.
And then they sort of shook hands. They said no money was exchanged, but now the news is out that they are going to collaborate on a track. I do believe it because he sampled the Danfo driver song Polongo on his own song Jogodo. But now they're getting together. What do you guys think of this one?
We see the money now.
We think. I probably saw it coming. It was just something that will eventually happen. I've seen that he's been posting stuff about I don't know if I'm supposed to say it on radio.
Choco. Yeah, you can. Of course, you can. You can say it on the Grapevine.
That's the Choco, and so maybe that's the title of the next song.
What's that? Choco.
Choco. Yeah, that's so it sounds somehow, but I don't know. I saw on his Insta story they were sampling something that sounded like the song. I'm not sure, but let's see how it goes. I am expecting more of an album than another single really from Tekno, so I'm not really excited here.
When that first these hits, I pretty much figured when we follow the money, we'll see where this comes out. Even if they release a statement saying the money was exchanged, now we see where the money was exchanged.
I think it would have been silly to not exchange money. Excuse me, if you took my music and you use my music,
you have to pay somehow.
You got to pay me, boy. What? No.
So, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Yes,
it's business.
It's business. It's music business. You have to pay. I mean, using his.
Intellectual property.
Absolutely. So I guess, Val, you're right. This is maybe the payoff in the end. I guess they're like, okay, here's what we're going to do.
Yes, let's all make
a hit song.
Good.
I like that. Messages are coming through, and people are liking things they're hearing this morning on the Grapevine. Dari says 40-foot container sounds like those DJ Khaled / Rick Ross anthems of the late noughties. Dope, he says. Oh, I like it. While Biggie from K2 says Illbliss did this song out of nothing. He said he saw the location and then the lyrics and then just started piling up, and then he went to a boutique to get wares for the shoot, and 2 vixens were dancing or just waka past. The man is a genius. I adore him. Iligati. That guy, and he says that guy, Lyrical Chef, that's his name in the studio, sounds like Jesse Jaggs. He should remain unique in his craft. Jay, you see what you of course. There's still more messages flooding in. Tega from Satellite Town says, good morning guys, loving the smooth vibe this wet Tuesday morning. Last week I said I would be keeping an eye on LC, but now I have my whole system following the guy. He says, I hope your 40-foot container lands soon. Yano, bless up.
Yano.
And then G-Zone sent in this one, just very excited, saying Lyrical Chef is the future. Anyone who gets to listen to him knows this at once. Y'all should play his music constantly.
Wow, thank you, bro. G-Zone, my nigga, man. One love, my brother.
Thank you. But we're going to move on swiftly from that one. Still more stories to talk about. So Teebillz has made an appearance on social media.
Moving on.
Okay. Moving on to Wizkid's announcement. Speaking of announcements, he says that he's been booked for the next 3 years. Just goes 100, Eagle, Heart.
Bing, bing. I don't believe that.
Tension.
Why don't you believe it? Why do you think it's unbelievable?
You say booked for 3 years. I mean, give us specifics, man.
My instant reaction is exactly.
I mean. Nobody knows what's gonna. I mean, I don't know how you can be booked for 3 years. It's like if you're going to be putting up your own concert, your own road shows and stuff. But you're booked for 3 years.
Here's what I feel it is. I feel their tours, their shows, and their specific calendar settings, right, for big events that people want him to be at for next year, and they're like, okay, what about this? We want to tie you in for blah blah blah. So it's completely doable.
Now, if you check his posts recently, you just see that he keeps posting us, throwing out stuff, which I feel like is
PR.
Yes, it's struggle for I'm still here, I'm still Wizkid, I'm still as relevant as so but you need to calm down. If you have bookings for calm down, give us the one for the rest of the year. Next year you can start breaking
showing up to Ryo.
Do you understand? So calm down for now.
Coachella is not on that list. As a former road manager, I know exactly how this works. When I saw the story, my first reaction was, okay, we understand that there are programs. It must necessarily mean it's a varied list of events or appearances.
It could just
be something, some schedule on the calendar to show us, the plan till 2020 or something.
Maybe or 2021. Now you just about 3 years. What are you going to tweet tomorrow?
Tension. To other artists.
My own is show because I still feel bonds for people that flew to Los Angeles. That flight from Nigeria long.
You understand? When you get there,
you waited for you in the desert.
No soccer.
Do not show. Really no soccer. I like that, man. I like that. Okay, let's keep it moving though. Now up next, this one caused some high blood pressure in some people. Shola Thompson, shout out to you. We're talking about the 2018 African Magic Viewer Choice Awards nominations list. It came out just I think about yesterday or so. A number of people had different reactions to it. Okay. First of all, big shout out to Fowles. Fowles got another AMVCA nomination. I love that he's killing it across the board. Ibuka also feels the same way and tweeted very just that. Somebody tweeted, Odulade must win MVCA this year, or if not, we go change them for now. I'm with the best meme there.
Yeah.
But so many interesting nominations. Do you guys have any comments on people who are nominated or the list? Because some people seem to think that there were a lot of non-deserving nominations and people who deserve nominations that did not appear on this list.
I don't have any. I mean, I don't have any reservation or objection when it comes to these things. Sometimes what usually happens, I believe, they go in, they scrutinize, they also check for people that submitted their entries. They don't see your work. Sometimes they don't really just go out start fishing for people to nominate. You understand? So I want to believe that they did their own job, from the back end before coming up with this nominees. And then it's not just one person; it's like a committee or a panel of people putting it together. So, I mean, however it is, I think it's fair enough.
All right, I see a lot of names on this list. First of all, picking up on my Nollywood watch list, or rather, I'm building it up because I've actually not been very committed to seeing Nollywood movies over time, but I'm getting better at that. But
change your ways.
That's it. I have to confess first before I comment on this. But that said, you're right. I mean, they base their nominations on the number of movies that are submitted for scrutiny. So I guess that's where the list was.
Okay, well, you say this, and I'm just trying to find the exact reference because there are people that have accused the panel and the committee that are involved in nominations of losing things that are sent to them. For example, where then people have to query and say, listen, why was this considered? Some people are saying they also post up the consideration list so that people understand all those who are even considered. The reason, again, I bring this up and I'm talking about it is because in this industry, whether it's music, whether it's film, there are a lot of accusations about award shows favoring people that they like or people that are in there. And I just feel that's something that's worth discussing. Because if you tend to see the same group of people continuously appearing in nominations, people raise eyebrows. But on the other hand, some people just work hard and they're consistent at their work. Any comment on that?
For me, at the end of the day, I always say, if this person should not be there, who should be there? So if you really think, look at what you just mentioned, Shola Thompson just now. I mean, he did his own scrutiny, he did his own analysis, you understand? So if we just want people to, let's be more constructive, we want to criticize, but just come say, why is Tonto Dikeno there? Please. Just call names. But of course, more analytic. Give us, give us a breakdown. Educate us. Do you understand? That's how I feel about these things.
And transparency.
Yeah, I feel like, they should do a more background search because when the best isn't available, the available becomes the best.
Jesus.
That's the truth.
Dude, it actually hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, I just feel they should give more attention to the upcoming guys. And everybody's dope. It's just the one that you know.
True. Yeah, that's the thing. The ones that you know.
Yeah.
So when they lay it out in the open, everybody gets to see.
I do have to say that upcoming people need to be a little bit more proactive. Actually submit. Find out when it's open, when the submissions are there. Don't sit and be upset that someone didn't recognize you. They're not going to go into your little hidey hole to find you. Just get up and submit what needs to be submitted. It's very simple.
Talking about submitting, let's take a break.
Yes.
Submit our payslip for the market. Actually, we'll be back with more entertainment just inside of the Grapevine. Good morning.
Okay. Talk about Scorpion real quick. Drake, because we need some international. And
I'll pass the junction. You want to scratch this my new car? Gosh, Mom, you really need to calm down. If you want peace of mind, then insure your car with Insure Insurance. They give 50% discount to women, you know? Yes, and anyone who's 45 years and above, get the Insure Motor Insurance today, and all your motor claims are paid in full. No deductions. You will also enjoy 50% cash back for no claims.
Ooh, and then Ed Sheeran.
Visit
lawsuit.
What is that dream of yours? A vacation, further education, a business perhaps. Get started with Nescafe. Stand a chance to win ₦1 million and other cash prizes when you buy a
They sold this
Nescafe
shoe for almost $100,000, guys.
It's an easy 3-in-1
That's crazy.
Go to your neighborhood supermarket. 2, buy a pouch of 10 Nescafe 3-in-1 sachets and get an extra sachet free. 3, press the card you front with the pouch and you could be a winner. Progress is 3 steps away. Get started with Nescafe.
We're back in this.
Studio. pouring for the final few minutes of entertainment gist inside of the Grapevine.
Yes, indeed. We are in the studio as usual. It's got Valentine.
And Folu.
Yes, and joining us as usual, we have James Silas.
Yeah.
And we've got a special guest in the studio. His name is lyrical chef L C Gomba.
Fire.
Yeah, he's got the flow like that. Boom. That's it. That's all I've got. Sorry, guys. Anyways, we've got messages coming in on WhatsApp. So let me just get to those very, very quickly. They are literally flooding in. This one is in from Oye. He says, I just tuned in. Did I hear something about Tekno, please? A little gist. Let's come back. Go to YouTube. Press replay. Goodbye. More messages still coming in. This one is in from MI from Akoka. He says, Jogono Tekno for the man them. Nothing to be ashamed about paying royalties for intellectual property. Yeah. And was he booked for 3 years? Baba that will not even show up for morning devotion. You guys are somehow out here, but it's okay. We love you like that. Cruz says, now lyrical chef, they doing magic there, so we salute.
Salute you back, my brethren, you know.
And Big E from K2 says, Wizkid booked to 2030. For you say what? I hope he hasn't signed some contract we haven't know of. Also, Arab Prince have bought him to perform whenever they call him. MBCA, what can I say? They play politics with it. So go on. Okay, Oye says, are you serious? LC's in the house. LC, I love you.
Whoa, I'm touched.
Thank you. Starry eyes emojis there. But let's move on. Speaking of love, we all love a little bit of Drake, and Drake dropped a fire album recently. Side A and Side B is called Scorpion, and now he seems to have revealed that he does have a son. He's confirmed the son and a few other things, which is very interesting. I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid. Lyrics.
What a way to come back from that story.
Aftermath.
I mean, but what do you guys think of this? Have you guys caught the album? Have you listened to it?
The funny thing is that actually I got the album, but I swear down I've not played the album yet. I just got that.
Yeah,
okay,
when you
I'm
just
gonna
quickly
play
let me get it.
Yeah, but I haven't played.
I literally played it in my car back to back. I didn't even realize I was playing it back to back. That's the honest to God truth.
Until it finished.
Yeah, no, it kept
going
on repeat.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So, but the interesting thing is that I'm a big fan of Drake. I've had all Drake's album from the start till right now. So, but for this particular one, I haven't listened yet. But I'm not even. I don't think I'll be disappointed.
They delivered especially what the fans were clamoring for, and that's a background to get them captions for Instagram and Twitter.
We just because Drake is a lyricist as well. That's what I mean. Lyrical chef, you're someone that you put stock in lyrics. What do you think of?
I heard one of the songs, just one this morning before I left my house, and I won't lie to you, I expected more lyrics on that song. It was just, I felt like it was just doing the album, just let me just do this and get done and move. I heard that his deal with Birdman is almost that's just my opinion.
I'll be honest with you, it's 25 songs, every flavor that you can imagine.
Wow.
That's 25 tracks. So trust me, it's not, because that's why I said I was surprised when I kept listening, because I heard the first, I was like, so every mood, there's kind of something for that mood, which is a vibe. So you've got his full lyrical side where he's a rapper, you've got his full singing side where he's actually a singer, and everything in between. Really did. Let's see, lots of messages up on Twitter, and Mecca and Benny Rose says, lyrical chef speaks the truth. A shout out to the Grapevine crew for discovering new sounds, while Collins, a big shout out to you, Collins, says Illbliss never gets it wrong. Never. This song is as expected. It's dope. My Igbo brother, I see you. I know. When people put big capitals, you're like, you speak the language, bro. That's why.
Right.
And Seats and Tickets who also send love to us. I say we love the energy in the studio.
We understand the kind of love, and you know what to do, guys.
And they quote lyrical chef here, just saying, everybody is dope. It's just the one that you know.
Wow.
I'm lyrical chef spits fire. They put up that symbol. Look at it. So fiery in the studio this morning. Please, let's keep it moving. We've got so much more to talk about. And I think the next one I think we should talk about very quickly before we move on is Ed Sheeran has been accused of copying a Marvin Gaye song. He's facing a, wait for it, $100 million lawsuit over his song Thinking Out Loud, which the suit alleges borrowed the same melody and rhythms as Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. Now guys, the Marvin Gaye's family have not been playing at all with anybody. Any slight, I feel like they're just listening to all the popular music like, You sampled my daddy. You sampled. How rich is he? What's his list on the Forbes list?
What's his net worth?
He's got all the money.
It's number 10? 10 million.
Wasn't it the Robin Thicke and Marvin Gaye family as well? And Pharrell got in trouble with them.
And Marvin Gaye family.
Guys.
No, but see, what it is, so it's just like if you go and jack something from the great fella Nicola Kokuti. They're not going to let you go.
Yeah, you understand? Are you sure? Because I watched the film the other day where this person they were calling him Fela Pikin and it was horrible. Yeah, my chest was hurting me. I was like, does she want to know this film exists?
Maybe they do. They will find it.
Sure.
So what it is that, away from just the Marvin Gaye's family, generally, the system there works like this. You just can't see. You remember one time we talked about, I can't remember the particular artist, it was just one kind of reading that, very hidden.
Yeah,
they still went to say
somewhere
this
there.
beat, this line
Sounds
was sampled.
like,
So it's a matter of they'll take it, scrutinize, and there should be a way to prove that yes, it was sampled or if it was jacked. So it's not here that you come and do Jogodo and then you not the wild, you not go to the red carpet and say, ha! What are you going to rant about? See, this guy stole our song and you just go, how dare you?
But what's interesting about this story is the fact that the banker who got involved, who really held this close to their chest, just like Folu would say, was somebody who had a close collaboration with the company structured to them. Actually, they had a third of the rights to the Let's Get It On song. So they're the ones pushing more for this. Everybody's just hungry.
So like we need just ask for $100 million. Maybe they'll give us 50. We need this money.
Yeah.
Get that money. And Sheeran is rich. He's wealthy.
He'll be fine.
I'll probably say
this is masterpiece. Marvin Gaye is a very.
But do you think the song sound like? Let's be honest.
Yeah, if you listen to the rhythm.
Let's Get It On and what? See, none of us can sing except Lyrical Chef.
I can't mix the two together, but I know for certain that if it was Marvin Gaye's original idea, the guy should pay for it, man. If you're going out there to make money off it, you should be able to pay royalties. It's the same thing we were talking about on Jogodan. It's patent right.
But my point is, he didn't use the same lyrics, but maybe the bass line somehow.
What they're saying is, right, so this is what they're accusing him of, that they copied and exploited the song, including the melody, the rhythms, the harmonies, the drums, the bass line, the backing chorus, the tempo, the syncopation, and the looping. So they're very specific.
Imagine the things they're counting out. That means for them, before they can list out all of these things, they've gone down, they've thrown it in.
Yeah.
They should try that in Nigeria.
They have lawyers, man. They have people working. It's money. Yeah. There's a lot of money, man.
You can do it. Very quickly, a few messages before we round up. Mrs. Victoria at Deroba sent in this message saying, I love L C Gomba's songs and I believe he will go far. I hope to hear more of him.
Votes of confidence.
Thank you so much.
Very sweet. Somebody here looking for work. If you need guitarists, holla at me. That's why Oye was saying they love you.
No problem.
Oye put up his WhatsApp picture, has got guitar.
Yeah,
I love it. I'll give you his details.
Right,
see if you're interested.
Right.
Let's see, there's more still. This one is in from Benedict Dias. He says, I heard the album twice already. Some dope lines though. My worst will be I'm upset. Like seriously, that's just a rubbish song. It should have been upset and sang better, Joe. Oh wow, sorry about that. And just to round up, let's just talk about Michael J. Fox. No, he's still alive and kicking as far as we know, but the shoes that he wore in Back to the Future, the sequel, they are currently disintegrating, but they just sold for close to $100,000 US.
Wow.
Yeah, the shoe that was made for him as he grew as Marty McFly. And if any of you are listening right now, you don't know who Marty McFly is, you don't know what Back to the Future is, you are so young.
Yeah.
You need to educate yourself, please. Just go and find the movie and watch it. I beg you. But that's insane. Lyrical Chef, do you imagine that maybe at some point in the future, after you become super super famous, somebody want to buy your beanie, be like, you're that one that you wore on the Grapevine on Smooth? How do you see it?
It's dope, man. It's enlightening. Just be here, and someone is making money off your merchandise.
It makes you treasure your clothes better. Your
shoes. Good luck with that, though.
Nice point of view, man.
Yeah. Because if I remember any of my shoes that have even an inkling of the look that this one has, I don't think it will sell for $5.
Just one foot, just the one.
Just one leg. What are they going to do with that over?
So this is not for Nigeria. Bro, you throw this even into the crowd, so we'll give you space.
Let it drop on the floor by itself.
Please.
We won't. By the time people start calculating how much money they can make from one shoe, now your whole outfit have gone.
I'll give up this one thing that has scattered and say, I paid $90,000.
On that note, we are done for the Grapevine. Just having Lyrical Chef in here with us. Please let the good people know how they can find your music, listen to you, and just kind of support you.
Yeah, you can find me on social media at I am Lyrical Chef, and I have my music on all digital stores, and feel free at I am Lyrical Chef on all social media. Bless up,
Thank you, James. Any plans?
Silas, to see you on Thursday. Peace.
And guys, don't forget that even though season 2 of Inspector K is done, you can catch up with the entire season online, and it is brilliant, actually, even if I say so myself, because I'm in it.
And the movie's coming up next?
Yes, I do have a film coming out. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Yes. I'm in a film, guys. Officially, it's my first feature, which is great. Nice. It's out in cinemas on the 20th of July. Lara and the Beats.
Oh, cool stuff.
It's really, really cool. Thank you.
And as I brother, I'm the manager, Send me money. Lagos will be back at the top of the hour to talk. The phone line will be open at 0144899981. Good morning.
Check that line. I have to send this one an email.